There's a quiet kind of person who doesn't fit easily into the noise of the world. These are the deep thinkers, the highly reflective people who spend more time inside their minds than in conversations. If you've ever caught yourself analyzing a single moment for hours, replaying conversations or finding metaphors in everything, you're experiencing what psychologists call high introspection, and it's both a gift and a burden. Deep thinker psychology reveals something fascinating. While most people react to life, deep thinkers observe it. They don't just see a tree, they see how it's rooted, how it bends toward light, how its existence mirrors their own. This isn't just overthinking, it's a different way of processing reality itself. Scientists have discovered that deep thinkers have heightened activity in the default mode network, the brain region that lights up during reflection, creativity, and imagination. It's the same network Carl Jung explored when he talked about the inner world and shadow work. Your mind isn't wandering aimlessly, it's making connections others miss, seeking meaning in life through every experience. But here's where cognitive behavior gets interesting. Deep thinkers possess something called metacognition, the ability to think about your own thinking. While most people use this occasionally, you live inside it. You're constantly watching your thoughts from outside, questioning them, rearranging them. This creates incredible self-awareness, but also makes you prone to rumination and cognitive rumination. The highly sensitive person, HSP, and the deep thinker often overlap. You feel the weight of things others overlook. The way a stranger avoids eye contact, how laughter fades when moments end, how people promise forever while thinking of tomorrow. This emotional depth isn't weakness, it's pattern recognition at its finest. You're reading emotional data constantly, noticing micro expressions and energy shifts that reveal what people aren't saying. This is what separates existential thinking from simple overthinking. Overthinking worries about the future. Deep thinking questions reality itself. Time, purpose, consciousness, mortality. It's the difference between anxiety and awareness. Carl Jung philosophy called this the journey of self-discovery, where you don't just examine your life, but life itself. The complexity paradox hits hard here. The same mind that sees patterns in everything can create illusions that don't exist. You might read too much into silence, assume meaning where there is none. It's intellectual overexcitability, like having a microscope that's too powerful. But this analytical mind also makes you creative. Einstein, Da Vinci, Jung, all profound thinkers who saw invisible threads connecting ideas. Modern life doesn't celebrate contemplation. We live in an age of distraction, where social media rewards speed and certainty. Pausing to reflect looks like hesitation. The loneliness of thinking deeply becomes real, because while others swim in shallow waters, you're diving for pearls on the ocean floor of thought. You crave deep conversation, talks that explore fears, dreams, the architecture of the human heart. Surface chatter exhausts you. Introvert psychology explains why solitude isn't loneliness for you. It's restoration. You need space to process, to untangle thoughts that others don't know exist. This isn't isolation, it's inner work. You're practicing what spiritual awakening traditions call mindfulness, what Eastern spirituality names as the path to inner peace. The dark psychology of this gift. You can think yourself into corners. Thinking patterns become loops. You analyze love until it feels mechanical. Study fear until it's predictable. Your brain habits include replaying events, dissecting every sentence, wondering what someone meant. Not from insecurity, but because you see nuance everywhere. Every choice has a dozen meanings. Studies on mind science reveal that people engaged in reflective thinking have stronger neural connections between emotional and analytical brain regions. You literally think and feel simultaneously. That's emotional intelligence at its peak. But it also means you can't turn off your thoughts. Feeling is thinking for you. These deep thinker traits create what psychologists call cognitive bias in reverse. Where most people oversimplify, you see too much. You understand how fear disguises itself as anger, how love hides behind pride, how people project what they can't accept. This wisdom makes judgment impossible. You see everyone as stories shaped by unseen battles. Critical thinking becomes second nature. You question systems, traditions, assumptions people follow blindly. You're not rebellious. You're compassionate enough to ask, why do we do this? Is there a better way? Your curiosity is an act of unconditional love for truth. This is what Advaita Vedanta and non-duality teachings point to, seeing through the illusions of separation and ego. The psychological traits of genius signs often include this: creative thinking paired with intense self-awareness. You're doing shadow work without realizing it, examining your darkness, your patterns, your hidden motivations. This self-realization process is what meditation and enlightenment practices aim for. You're naturally walking the soul's journey. But here's the paradox of personal growth. The same depth that brings wisdom can become a trap. Spiritual growth requires learning when to stop analyzing, when to practice letting go and release attachment to understanding everything. The ego wants answers. True freedom comes from sitting with questions. Mental health for deep thinkers means finding balance. Your unique mindset needs grounding. Creativity, service, human behavior studies, anything that connects inner contemplation to outer expression. Without this, thought becomes heavy. The smart habits you need include anchoring yourself in reality while honoring your depth. Carl Jung's shadow work teaches this: integrate, don't eliminate. Your tendency toward existentialism, your hunger for meaning in life, your ability to see complexity. These aren't flaws to fix. They're gifts to channel. The change your reality moment comes when you realize consciousness itself is the adventure, not the answers you seek. The loneliness of thinking deeply eases when you find your people, others who value understanding over agreement, who want to think with you, not like you. Deep personality types don't fall often in love, but when they do, it's conscious and entire. Their love language is curiosity, their affection shown through attention and remembering details. This is your liberation, understanding that non-duality isn't about escaping thought. It's about not being imprisoned by it. Mind power isn't control, it's clarity. Oneness isn't found by rejecting your analytical nature. It's found by seeing through it to what's underneath. You were never meant to fit in. You were meant to see through, to turn chaos into clarity, noise into insight, moments into meaning. In a world obsessed with speed, your depth is light. Your introspective mind is medicine. Your self-improvement journey isn't about thinking less. It's about thinking freely. Deep thinking isn't just understanding life. It's honoring it. And that unique mindset, those intellectual traits, your whole way of being, the world needs exactly this. Never thought you'd find your place? You're not looking for a place. You're creating new dimensions of consciousness itself. And that's not overthinking. That's evolution.